Hello guys, welcome to one more video. In this one I want to show how my build performs doing the bridge boss. If you guys have not seen my previous video with these build guides, I'm gonna leave the link below so you guys can check it. As you guys can see, this build has a really high survivability. While I'm doing all these enemies until I reach a boss, you guys can see I don't lose any of my shield. All that shield is extra from the green fist, and as you guys can see I have like 6,000, 7,000. I don't think I ever lose than what I have, which is like almost 4,000. So it feels a bit clunky, as you guys can see. Sometimes the minions, they'll block my way, but I don't die, and that's one of the most important things. The issue about this build is that most of the times you can't one-shot the enemies unless I'm using the Plague Nova. The Plague Nova can one-shot them and is a big area damage, so it helps a lot. But the poisons just leave them to death, and it doesn't kill them instantaneously. So I just apply the poisons and they eventually die, and those poisons spread to the next monsters to it. So to kill enemies and to clear maps, it's pretty good, gives you high survivability, so you're never gonna die basically with all the stuff we have. We have Wind Dancer, we have the Grim Fist, we have Ghost Shroud, so it's really hard to die with this build. Plus we have the Mana Leash that gives us shield as well whenever we hit the enemies, so it's pretty good for that reason. And it's also a budget build because the items for this build are not that expensive. There's not much people doing Chayula Build, so it's kinda easy to build this. Unless you want to use the belt that I'm using the Ingenuity, which is around 9 divines the last time I checked. And you can get it for less, but it really depends on how much is the demanding by that moment. But as you guys can see, it goes pretty easily all the way until I reach the boss. So here I got all the loot, a lot of bridge rings and stuff. Other thing about this build that is really good is that there's a lot of stats I don't need. I don't need much mana, I don't need life, I don't need life regen, I don't need chaos resistance because I'm immune to chaos, so I can fill up with other stats like rarity. At the moment I have 207 rarity, which is a lot, and it helps me to drop some divines. So the weakness for this build is really fighting bosses. So as you guys can see, I'm not taking much damage from this guy. I'm gonna take a little bit to kill it, but it's not that bad. The good side about this build is that it gives a lot of survivability. I have 5,000 shield at the moment, and I can take some of the hits from this boss and don't die. So I'm gonna do a lot of issues next to this. At the beginning was doing really well, I dodge all of the skills, but eventually he's gonna do one of those skills that he just slams the floor with his hands, and yeah, I'm gonna take some of the hits, and as you guys gonna see, I took one here, so I'm still full shield at the moment. Then I missed this one. I'm always near the boss because of the curse. If I stay near the boss I can apply a curse, so I took an 8 here, which took me around 2,000 something, but as I said I have almost 4,000, so if I had like low life or low shield, I would one shot. But since I have this build, as you guys can see, I took another hit, and I think I can take like 2 hits and not die from this guy. And then if it's just like small hits like now, I can just recover my shield. As you guys can see, I'm recovering with my hits on the boss, and it's again full. And I'm gonna take a couple of hits from these hands, and as you guys can see, it's gonna take a little bit to kill this guy, but it's very safe, this build. And if you have some hard time to dodge these skills, this build is gonna help you to do all the content because of the high survivability this build gives to you. So this is the strengthness about this build. It's not about the damage, it's good to clear maps and everything. At the moment I'm using Blink while I'm clearing maps, and then I switch the curse skill for the blink when I'm just clearing the mobs, then I get a curse pack when I'm doing bosses to clear them faster. And that's basically it. So if you guys want to check my build, I'm gonna leave the link below. As I said, you guys can check it after watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this. Comment below what you think about this build. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to leave that like and subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot to keep growing this channel and bring more and better content. Thank you so much, and see you next time.